Colorado Springs continues to grow and grow and grow, and with growth comes a lot of new communities. So on today's episode, we wanted to introduce you to one of the new communities in Colorado Springs, talk a little bit about the pros, the cons, and what you're going to get in this new build community. So be sure to stay tuned for the entire video.
So Colorado Springs is growing all the time, you guys. And one of the perks to that is that we get a lot of builders building new homes. And we love helping our buyers buy new construction. A lot of times people are like, do I really need an agent? I'm buying a new home. Yes, you guys, yes, you need an agent. Call us, text us. Let us help you, guide you through kind of that process. And there's so many different reasons why, but I can go on a whole other tangent with that. But we have several different builders here in Colorado Springs, all amazing. If you Google anything, you're going to have good and bad, right? They're going to have good reviews, bad reviews. But the great thing about it is that they build a ton of different products. And Sean was lucky enough to go tour one of these brand new developments by a wonderful builder. And so we're going to kind of walk you through this new community and then kind of tell you a little bit of good and bad about it.
So Aspen View or View Homes are kind of in the middle of some name changes depending on where you're at. It could be Aspen View, it could be View. But they are building this actually really unique, very small community around the Powers and North Carefree area, which is a great location for ease of access to shopping, school districts, schools, whatever it is that you're looking for. There is a ton of stuff nearby and at very easy drive time, less than 10 minutes. So if you're a person that is looking for things that are super close by where you don't really have to go out of your way 30 or 40 minutes to get to what you need, this is going to be a location that you want to have on your radar. And this community is called Pony Parks. What's super unique about it, again, it just depends on what you're looking for in a home, but this community features two different models. One of them is going to be a 2-story, one of them is going to be a 3-story. And then again, depending on what you're looking for, this could be a very big pro or a very big con. But this community is so small that they actually did not include yards for you. So if you are looking for low maintenance, this might be on your radar. If you are hoping for access to a backyard because you have kiddos or animals or something like that, that's extremely important to you, this is probably not going to be the right fit for you. But the good news is that literally right across the street is an amazing park. So you do have ease of access to the park in the location that's super close by. So something to keep on your radar.
Well, and I think too, Sean, is that it's a great community for someone who doesn't want a big community, wants a little bit smaller scale. Good news with that is they only have how many, like 30, 32?
There's 34 total lots, and I believe that there's only 30 left available. So if this is something that you're thinking about doing, be sure to call us or text us immediately because these probably won't last very long.
Well, and the good news about that, right? And because Sean and I have bought new builds, so we went through the whole construction phase, the ins and the outs. We've also helped, hundreds of buyers buy new construction. But a smaller community means that it will probably be finished a lot sooner. So you won't have to live and breathe in construction the whole entire time, which is really good. And the other perks about it is it being smaller and brand new is that you can pick your lot and you have availability with that, which is pretty cool, which is nice to kind of get in from the very beginning.
Yeah, because this is right across from that park, if you pick the right lot, you will probably have some unobstructed views of Pikes Peak, which is super amazing. You'll be able to see that in the drone footage. Not all those lots will have that access, but both of these models are going to have two different patio styles. One of them is off of the main living area. You can go out there. So if you like to grill during the summer or you just want a little sitting area where you can enjoy the evenings, picking the right lot is going to be important because you could have a view of Pikes Peak or you could have a view of somebody else's siding, basically.
Well,
so keep that in mind. And then if you're getting the larger model, the entire rooftop is a patio. So that's more for entertaining. You can have your grill out there. So definitely going to be important to keep that on your radar.
I was going to say that's kind of a perk though too, because just because you don't have a yard doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to be able to grill or be able to put out a patio set or like a little bistro set, so that way you can still see the, the stars or the sunrise or the sunset. That is one thing that I love about this community is they did kind of pay attention to the fact like, hey, we're getting rid of the yards, but we're going to give you these little spaces that are functional. When we had ours, we had a wraparound deck, and we went out there all the time. We had like a little fireplace or like a little fire pit, and we did s'mores. The great thing about this area, which we've said, location is amazing. And honestly, you guys, that's probably what you're paying for. But on those decks, when on the 4th of July or with the Sky Sox or whatever name they're going to decide to come up with next for our like little baseball team, they do fireworks there all the time. And so you would probably be able to see some of that. Can't guarantee that, you guys, but just from that area and kind of the way that it's set up.
Yeah, and to speak more about the two models that they have themselves, you can choose as low as a 2-bedroom, as high as a 4-bedroom. And one of them, like I said, is going to be a 2-story. The other one's going to be more of a 3-story. What's nice about both of them is on what you call the main level, where the kitchen and the living room area is you actually have the primary bedroom right off of that. So if I was to be purchasing in this style of a community, that would be super important to me. Something to think about though, like I mentioned earlier, is if you go up and you have the other bedrooms on the upper level, I know some people with like very tiny children or toddlers would want to be a little bit closer to them. But thankfully, the primary bedroom is super spacious. So if you have like a baby and you want to put a crib inside of your primary bedroom, there would be room to do so. But just something to think about when you are purchasing a style of home like this. The primary level is going to be off the kitchen and living room, which to me is a huge perk. And then you're going to have the other bedrooms on the 2nd or the 3rd level, depending on which model you purchase. And like I mentioned with the 3-level model, that one has a walkout deck off of the rooftop, which is super cool, whether you're a kiddo just getting out to play because there is not a yard, or you're wanting to do a little bit of entertaining, you want to do barbecue grills, you just want to hang out and enjoy the lovely Colorado Springs summers and spring seasons. It's definitely a huge draw.
Well, and let's talk about kind of the perks, right? I think the drawback to some might be that there is no yard and it's a smaller community. So you're not going to have like a humongous rec center. But the pros about it, right, is it's lower maintenance, and you do have your location is close to everything. It's close to the military bases. It's close to your Powers corridor, which you guys know that we love being really close to, your grocery stores, your schools. And so that's a huge plus. But also when you buy new builds, right, you guys get really good incentives 9 times out of 10, right? And especially when you work with Sean and I, and if you're even in the beginning stages, if it's a thought that in 2026 that you're wanting to relocate here to Colorado Springs, give us a call, send us a DM, 719-238-1771. We're always happy to help. The builders are giving stupid incentives right now. They're so good that can really help you with your monthly payment. They can help you with the rate buy down. They can help taking money off of the asking price. They can pay for your closing costs. They can put blinds or washers and dryers. Like, we can help negotiate a lot of stuff right now with builders. So reach out if you are thinking about relocating here to Colorado Springs, because we want to help you.
Yeah, and what's neat about these ones, because they're very, let's just say, easy to build for the builder, what you're going to be walking into with your home is going to be a pretty decent home. They do a few little things here and there to kind of separate it from what you might see in another home, but you're going to have a luxury vinyl plank, you have a quartz option. There's actually in the primary bedroom, I really like this in our, 2 houses ago that Crystal and I had. They had like these really nice textured walls versus like what you would normally see. So they had a nice textured wall in the primary bedroom, which is just super aesthetic. It's something that you would want to do as a home project, but in this model, it's already done. The fireplace is stunning. If you can see the fireplace, how they did that one. The oak. So there are some nice upgrade options that you could do to make this home feel really open and aesthetic. And then that way you don't have to have your wife do home projects later on after you already move in. If that sounds like some one day, I know.
I mean, I start them, but let's be honest, you finish them.
I don't finish them. We hire someone to finish them.
We do hire someone. With their base model, Sean, do they include like a fireplace, or is that an option would that be an upgrade? And then quartz and granite, does it come with granite?
It's all gonna be optional upgrades. So again, just depending on what you're looking for, you can build it up as much as you want or save as much money as you want. And at the time of this recording, I don't want to throw out exact dollar figures because builders change their minds all the time. But let's just say that I spoke to our sales rep this last week, and you can save multiple tens of thousands of dollars right now, which you can use for design center, or you can do it for a rate buy down. There's a lot of different stuff that you can do with that money. So again, I don't want to throw it exactly out there because I don't want you to hold me to it. But if you reach out to us sooner rather than later, then they will probably still be honoring that incentive. So again, if you are looking at moving to Colorado Springs and this style of home, it might fit your needs, be sure to reach out to us so that we can get you in touch and at least start exploring your options.
Well, and I was just going to say, this is just one builder, one particular community. And I'm really, really excited for this year because that is something that Sean and I are going to do. We're going to add in as we're going to showcase more of those communities and those new build opportunities. And so if this one's not a good fit, that's okay. There's hundreds more. So like Sean said, if you're in the market, definitely reach out to us.
Yeah, you'll see as we start talking more about new builds that this style of home is becoming a lot more popular. They can build a lot more of them. That's really the right answer for it. But what I did enjoy about this one, compared to some of the other builders, Oakwood, Classic Homes, they're building a similar model to this. What I really enjoyed about this one is the actual space that you get within the home. So the primary bedroom is going to be a lot larger than what you'll see in some other models. The stairways are a little bit wider, and then same for even the secondary bedrooms. They are just a little bit bigger than what we've seen with some of the other builders in town. So if space in those bedrooms is important to you, this one might be on your radar yet again.
And they still have that open concept, which I think, the 3 stories and kind of the ones that we're showing you today, those have been coming around for the last few years, right? But the formal dining areas really have still stayed away, which I'm surprised at. I'm thankful. I like the more open concept. The formal dining, it isn't really like our lifestyle, but I thought after a few years that we would start to see builders kind of building back that, but it's still open concept, but all of the space with these particular models are all usable space, which is really good.
But it has gone away almost across the board is bathtubs, and Crystal's heart is broken. This does not have a bathtub option. It's a standing shower. But one of my favorite things that builders are starting to do more that just makes it feel so open and like you do have a lot more space is the humongous islands. They're 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 feet long sometimes.
Humongous island, it's the best.
So if you're looking, and they have the built-in kitchen sometimes with the sink, not kitchen, but they have the built-in sink. Some of them will even have like the built-in oven on top. It just depends on which builder you're looking at. But to me, that is a huge plus when it comes to the kitchen area.
Yeah, I gotta have a good kitchen, but you also have to have a bathtub for me. But that is, and it's true. It's crazy. I thought, how many years was it? Like 6 years ago when we really started to see builders just kind of taking those away. And I'm like, there's no way people want a bathtub, and people don't. So let us know if you're watching this video. Are you on Crystal's side of pro bathtub or just a better, bigger shower and no bathtub?
Now, with that being said, the bathtub that I'm referring to is in like the primary suite. So you're not going to get like this luxury spa tub. In the secondary bathrooms, though, obviously you'll have like a standing shower tub combo. So you still have an option to take a bath if you want to. It's like a hotel style bath, though. Like there's no space for anything. Great for your kid, not great for adults.
Just a standard bathtub. And that is the thing too, is that them still building with a bathtub. If you have kids, and if you're getting like a 3 or a 4 bedroom house, you probably have kids, or you have some sort of another human that's going to be using that bathroom. It is good that they still have it, because not having a bathtub at all in a house will actually decrease the value of your home, because a lot of our buyers have families, and so they want a tub.
And I don't think that we've quite yet spoken to the price point on these models. They are going to be between 500 and around 550 right now. Usually what happens as phases get built out, which this one is going to be a very short phase, the prices will continue to go up. That's just naturally what they do when it comes to new builds. So if you're looking at getting in when the prices are good, again, call us, text us, let us know in the comments below, and let us know too, what do you think about the price point for this model? I had to speak to the sales rep and fill out some feedback forms, as I usually do when I go visit the new builds. And so I'm curious on your guys' thoughts for this style of home. Do you think that that's pretty affordable? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's outrageous? Let us know in the comments below what you think about the pricing for this model, and it will help that builder adjust prices accordingly as well.
Yep. So I think that, like, overall, I think this is a great little community. I think the location is probably the best selling point on it. I think that it's a great build. Structurally, I think I love the layouts. I love the builder. Price point is a little bit higher than, for a first-time home buyer. And especially with no yards, I think that that's kind of a drawback. But the great thing is like you said, there's walking trails and there's parks literally right next door. So those are all really, really good things.
So this is just the first episode in a series that's going to be, I don't know how many series long or episode long, but we are going to start showcasing and highlighting all the different new build communities in Colorado Springs. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, my name is Sean. This is Crystal. We are your real estate team here in Colorado Springs and the surrounding areas. So if you have any questions about moving to Colorado Springs, new builds, or resale homes, be sure to reach out 719-238-1. We always love to hear from you guys. Crystal, do you got anything else?
Nope. So we will, after you subscribe, we will see you on the next one.